Well, let's go to Enugu State, where the governor, Peter Mbah, says the provision of water supply is key to human development. And he said this while inaugurating the 70 million litre 24/7 9th mile water scheme in Udi Council area. Our correspondent, Bamidele Ajayi, has more on this.
Portable and available water is important for public health, used for drinking, domestic use, food production, and recreational purposes. Improved water supplies, sanitation, and better management of water resources can boost countries' economic growth and contribute greatly to poverty reduction. WHO 2022 survey reveals that 6 billion people use safely managed water resources used for improved water supply that is free from contamination. On assumption of office, Enugu State Governor Peter Mbah promised to address water challenges in the state metropolis within 180 days. He outlines key steps he plans to take to achieve the milestone, with the aim to contain health, socio-economic, and environmental challenges.
We are currently supplying water at appreciable pressure to Enugu municipality. And I can state here and now that pipe-borne water is here to stay.
At 247 9th water scheme built to produce 70 million litres daily, Governor Peter Mbah expressed his determination of his administration to walk the talk.
And the Oji River water scheme is capable of producing 50 million litres of water daily. And I'm happy to announce to Enugu that as of today, we're able to produce 120 million litres of water to Enugu non-stop, way above our consumption volume.
Enugu stakeholders describe the governor's action as bold step taken to address about 20 years water challenges in the state.
If you go into Enugu town, apart from dispensing water to households, also the government have also generated and constructed water galleries so that citizens don't need to trek 5 minutes trekking from every neighborhood.
In the past, we used to say government earmarks a lot of things and we have not earmarked them. We are now earmarking a promise that was made, a solemn promise.
The traditional rulers have the role to bring the people together, teach them, educate them, and organize them.
It is a clear demonstration of commitment, as been said by the people of Enugu State, to see the governor to walk the talk by promising to provide water within 180 days for Enugu metropolis. Not only that, was able to procure 16 new pumps to complement the 8 existing pumps in the state, and also with a national grid power supply, also supported by independent power supplies that is on CNG and solar energy. Governor Peter Mbah moved from the Water Supply Center to inspect some of the 96 water galleries at Geoffrey Okoye University, Emene. The state government announced completion of over 120 million litres of water supply that doubles the state daily water consumption. Bamidele Ajayi, TVC News Enugu.
And for more on this, I'm being joined by the Enugu Commissioner for Water Resources, Felix Namani. Good to have you on the news at this time. So yes, quite a laudable initiative by the government to respond to the needs of the people by providing portable water. But first off, let's understand, how sustainable is this and what is being done to ensure that it is effectively managed to serve the entire populace in Enugu State?
Thank you for having me, and then good evening to everybody. We're so glad that we are blessed with the personality of His Excellency Dr. Peter Mbah to serve at this time of our generation. Okay, as per sustainability that you mentioned, the project that you can see on television as reported by a reporter is ultra-modern, with equipment. The pressure pipes are globally acclaimed standard. And then the ductile pipes that were used are also state-of-the-art equipment. So we do know that they are sustainable. As per quality of the water, the volume of water that is deposited underground the site, that is the 9 miles, is the best you can get around southeastern Nigeria. The aquifer that is therein on the ground is heavy, that we have water. But then the government has been able to exploit that, haven't succeeded in giving 70 million cubic meter, 70 million liters. Is already an approved extension of the.
Right, that's the Commissioner for Water Resources, Felix Nnamani, giving us insights on the recently inaugurated 70 million litre 24/7 9-mile water scheme in Udi Council area. As soon as we have him back online, we'll continue with our discussion. Well, let's quickly move on to our next story, to the Abuja, where the Senate Committee on Banking. Well, I understand that he's back online. Well, let's continue with our conversation before we move on to our next story. So, Mr. Felix, if you can hear me, you're giving your perspective on how far the government is sustaining this program, knowing fully well that the people of Enugu State don't have access to potable water.
Enugu State didn't have access to potable water before now. There's been.
Go ahead, we'll listen to you.
Okay, Enugu States have not had this facility or the supply of quality water all this while for over 20 years running. But with what the governor Mbah has done today, is everybody have seen that it's possible that we can have water that the thing is in Enugu, well deposited under our soil. And beyond the facility that is provided, all the reservoirs in Enugu, there are about 6 of them. You have twin tank by the Christ program. You also have another twin tank reservoirs that is 20,000 cubic meters each by the Okojongo. The other 2, again, you have by the Milking Hill in Enugu. All of them are clean to ensure quality, okay? Before now, the first time the government has undertaken the step to be able to open them up and clean them. The debts were almost half of them before now. The governor took inventory directly and then instructed for them to be cleaned up. So now that the water is secure, the production is done right, that we have 70 million cubic meters in 9 Mile. We're expecting another 50,000 from the Oji River station. I mean, we'll have 120,000 that is already done on ground for Enugu. So now we are healthy. Beyond securing the production aspect of it, the government has also done water galleries that is scattered. About 96 of them were built by this government within neighborhoods in Enugu, because the facility that has been there and then not maintained for 20 years, there's this tendency that the volume of water will begin to burst by. We experienced it last Monday when it was test run. A lot of pipes were busted in Enugu because of the load, the heaviness of the water that is chunked out from the side, the project side. So now, in alternative, if you can't correct your pipings within your household, the citizens are expected to just go below 5 minutes trekking within the neighborhood to be able to get water from the water galleries. So it's quite sustainable.
All right.
And we'll thank His Excellency for what he has done.
Indeed, as an initiative is sustainable. I also understand that this initiative is being kicked off in Udi Council areas. What is the government doing to further extend this, to other people, to other residents in Enugu, to enjoy from this initiative? Because water seems to be an issue here, particularly in your state.
Yes, it's undergoing. It's handled by the Enugu State Water Corporation. So what they are doing now is to extend the reticulation lines to areas that are not connected, that are not in the original map before now. So as we are going on, they are moving alongside to be able to bring in every other city, every other, that's what they call layouts that is springing up within Enugu Urban, so as to get them into the grid. But then people are encouraged also to go to Water Corporation Ministry, that's Water Corporation of the Enugu State Ministry of Water Resources, to be able to, make their request accordingly and then fill the forms and then pay the token that is required for them to be connected. But the volume of water that is already produced is enough for our consumption. Twice what is expected to be expended by Enugu people on a daily basis.
All right, if I can understand you clearly, apologies if I ask you this question. Are you saying that people need to pay to get access to this water individually, or it's by corporate entities? Explain further on this.
No, it's going to be metered. It's going to be metered. Now that the water is here, every household is supposed to get metered. If they metered, fine. Okay, but then for the water galleries, nobody is charging anybody there. So for you, if you cannot connect your house, you go to the water galleries and be able to access water there in the neighborhoods. There are 96 of them scattered all over the town.
All right, and that's a fine place to leave it, Commissioner, for...
And we are progressing.
Right, thank you so much, Commissioner, for Water Resources, Felix Namani. We appreciate your insights on the news at 7 this evening.